How's it going, my fellow SAturneers? For now, this is for the what's it called? The thumbnail. For now, I'm gonna try to make this the thumbnail. But anyway, how's it going? I'm back again, SAturneers, and this time for a new update. Finally, games and comics again. So, finally, I'm slowly saved up a bit to get some more Saturn games, because games are just going up, up, up. I hate that. But hey, it's inflation for you and just people being people and not thinking. But hey, there isn't a set market for this, so I can't blame them. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We'll do the video games first, because I know that you guys want an update on Saturn. And don't worry, I got an update. So, another Neo Geo CD game, Art of Fighting 2. Art of Fighting 2, which is awesome. Decent shape. Actually, I'll show you. It's in pretty decent shape. Not a single scratch, maybe like a little smudge due to people playing it and me looking at the thing, but it's nothing more than a little, microfiber cloth can't help fix, right? Clean it off. And finally, got it for my PlayStation 2 again, because I lost my old copy, Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Pretty deep. Love the game, even though it's pretty flawed, but hey, it's Armageddon in my opinion. It's Mortal Kombat. It's the one I loved growing up anyways. But since this has been a long time, and I know it's been months, but I've been saving up and trying to figure out what games that I grew up on, and slowly buy the ones I don't like sports games, certain sports games and games I did not like as a kid. But this is one of them that I grew up on. The Incredible Hulk, the Pantheon Saga. Cost me $100. Guy wanted 150 originally, but I said, nah, make that 100 wherever you got this previously, because look how badly damaged the box is. And also, they did. I was playing it earlier. I'll take the disc out of my Saturn right now. So here's what the disc looks like. It's his fist. Game's hard, and I remember it, but it was the 90s for ya. And it's awesome because it comes with the whole thing. It even comes with the actual, it's complete. The registration card's there too, which is awesome. And then you got some panels of the comic book where he's meeting his evil self, Maestro, in the future, which he's actually like a final boss. They ruin it telling you he's the final boss, which is hilarious. And then there's the comic book artist quality. I gotta remember who did the artwork for this. Love this game. It's hard as fuck, but I love this game. And also, fun fact, did you know Tomb Raider was supposed to be a Saturn exclusive? And thank God that didn't happen. Because if that thing was like Rayman, if Rayman got stuck on the Jaguar, we would have lost a good series. But thank God it didn't, because they got lukewarm just because of Saturn and the half rush, the day of release, which is kind of bullshit. And the price was expensive, I'll admit that. But, hey, the 90s are done, right? And here's another essential. $10. The Astonishing Ant-Man, his volume 1, and I think there's 2 volumes of him. And reason, $10. Reason is I gotta go get some book glue, because then you'll see why it was $10. But I couldn't say no. I don't want to ruin the book even further. But as you can tell there, yeah, I gotta get book glue and get that fixed. But other than that, though, Astonishing Ant-Man from his old run, like they're very short, like from Tales to Astonish. They're like not the longest. But I wish they had the other runs of Tales of Astonish, but I don't know if there's a Marvel Essentials. I have to look online. But hey, I got some Tales to Astonish with Ant-Man. Love these old school books, and I just love old school Marvel. Alright, now dollar bin, as usual. We'll start with the dollar bin stuff. Actually, no, we'll just start with all of it. So I got this from, I'll let you know what I got from the dollar bin. Giant size annual number 8, which, as you saw the previous one I bought from the last time I showed you guys, that was a Mighty Thor, the king size annual. Same thing, dollar, water, a little water damage, no mold, like me at all. Which if you're buying used comics, if they're a little water damaged, make sure you look at the very first pages and just keep reading. Make sure you don't see mold. If you see black mold or little like black speckles that look, just tell them to throw it out, because that's black mold. You do not want that near you or anywhere, especially in comic books, because, well, as you can tell, they're old school books. They're gonna fall apart eventually, and that's what you don't want. You don't want the spores coming up and just fucking your life up all the time. So if you buy used comics, and if they're kind of wrinkly from water damage, make sure you look through heavily for black mold, because that's an issue with these things, because mold grows anywhere. So that's a little tip. If you're buying dollar store books and they look kind of wrinkly from a little bit of water damage, make sure you look at all pages and make sure none stick. This one was okay. This one only had like a page of small black mold, and it's like a corner, so I just ripped it off and threw it out the trash. But if it's all black mold, don't buy it. Just tell them to throw it out, because it's black mold. Don't want that. And also, you don't want to get sick either. You don't want to lose. You don't want your business to lose you. And that's just bad etiquette from them too. But now dollar bin, no water damage. Number 2, Night Stalkers, because I'm slowly enjoying the run. And also, after when I read that one, that looks like an envelope, I love that. It made me want to enjoy. Finally, I got my first ever Tales of Suspense, Iron Man and Captain America. It was originally $40, but they wanted $20 because they're moving to another location. But I might go to, there's another comic book store that it's also opening near my area, so I'm going to go see how much they cost. My first Tales of Suspense, which I'm happy. Then another, number 1 of Chamber of Darkness special. 5 Tales of Maddening Magic. Can't wait for this. $5. Can't complain for that. Another Marvel. Oh, I'll just lump these together. Marvel Tales number 92. Gang War. Marvel Tales number 141. With first appearance of the Sandman reprint. Spider-Man ain't looking good. He looks like he's gonna freaking drown. Number 145 with the Living Brain. And Peter Parker facing, I don't know, Human Torch. Or Flash Thompson, and then just the Torch. And this one was from the dollar bin. Sensational Spider-Man Marvel Tales number 195 with the Super Squirrel, which is and I forgot there's another Marvel Tales I recently gotten. Has no title, but I looked online. Marvel Tales number 4, dollar bin. As you can tell, there's no cover like at all, so I had to put this in here because when it was in the original, it was literally like falling apart as I was lifting it. Pages are okay. The plastic that was in it originally is long gone, so I had to put it in this, and it's number 4. Has the Return of the Vulture, Ant-Man, the Return of the Revengeance of the Scarlet Beetle, and Thor versus the Tomorrow Man, and I think that's pretty much it, and Spider-Man. Oh, and the original Human Torch versus some like evil genius. But anyway, finally found this. Number 1 of Sentinel. Finally. Now I'm slowly getting the whole run after I showed you months ago when I was still living with my grandma with all the Sentinel comics that got at the what's it called? Goodwill. Now I finally found number 1. I'm finally slowly building the ones I'm missing. And then number 2, since I don't have 2. Number 8 of Sentinel. And that was it. That's pretty much all the Sentinels I got. And then Life Form 4 of 4, Part 4 of 4. Annual of the Silver Surfer with the Life Form run. I just need number 3. That's all they didn't have was Life Form Part 3 of 4. And that's with Punisher getting killed by the evil monster named Life Form. Silver Sable and the Wild Path number 6 starring Deathlock, because she's pretty cool. And now here's the Sleepwalker, which my Sleepwalker is actually getting bigger now. I got Sleepwalker number 4 versus Bookworm. Yeah, literally his name is Bookworm. Number 11, facing off Ghost Rider or teaming up with Ghost. Number 12, Color Blindness Part 1 of 4, Sleepwalker number 13. Part 2 of number 14, Color Blindness Part 2. Number 15, Part 3 of Color Blindness. It's getting fucked up pretty bad. And final Part 4, number 16. Finally got a whole run of a part of a mini sub-series. What is it? Color Blindness Part 4 of 4. That's all the Sleepwalker. You right there. And here's more Fool Walker. This is now from the dollar bin, number 3, which I'm just gonna find number 2. Part 2, 3 of 10, because it's like a 10-parter. Part 4 of 10, number 4, dollar bin. Like most of this is from the dollar bin, like the Fool Killer run. Number 6, because I got number 5 somewhere in my collection. And then that's that. And then now we're hitting the last part. We got number 2 of Night Mask, because I got number 1. Next, I'm gonna point my finger pistol at you, Night Mask. Die. And then number 3, Dream Wars. And then number 4, because why not? Might as well collect some Night Mask, right? Gonna get his head chopped off by her. Holy jeez. Guy ain't. Night Mask, turn around! And then same thing. This is all dollar bin from here on out. X Factor number 8, annual. Because I love annuals, especially old school annuals. That never heard of this run until I actually found this in the dollar bin. The Nth Man, the Ultimate Ninja, number 2. It wasn't number 1 because I looked at everyone, no number 1. Never heard of the guy. And then shout out to Comic Tropes again, because man, I'm loving this run. Is Strike Force Morituri, issue number 4, and also like I said, if you love to see all this comic stuff and you want to learn more, go to Comic Tropes. Is one of the ones that I love to watch. And go see Comic Explained. They're both good. If you want more explanations and listening to stories and catching up with certain issues that you missed, or you just try to get back into said run, like X-Men and stuff, Comics Explained is your guy to go to that I know, that I watch. But here's Strike Force Morituri number 7. because I couldn't find any other ones in the dollar bin. And then Alpha Flight number 1, giant size annual. Alpha of the 80s run? Yeah, 80s run annual. Which is interesting. Can't wait to read that. With my other Alpha Flight. Here it is. Whoa, RoboCop! Didn't realize he had a Marvel run. I mean, when did Marvel not did everything back in the day? Number 9. Number 9 right there. Same thing, dollar bin. Nothing wrong. And then Monster Menace. My fever brain created Zeus Attack. Number 3. 90s run. That also, I love the Marvel Monsters. Oop. And I think this is the 1993. Damn it, it gets too dark. But anyway, that's everything for that's new for this month. Till next month, I'll get another Saturn game. Slowly saving up more to get a bit more expensive ones. That will take a while, but for now, I'm getting to the ones where I can find in my local used games shops, and going to the other one next month to get more fighting. Either fighting games, platformers, whatever, anything to build up the Saturn library that I own, and more potential review stuff. And let me go turn on the light, because now it's getting dark. So turn on the green light, let's turn on the red light. But anyway, past that, I hope you guys enjoyed this small little video. Till next time, I'll make a new one. Remember, Saturneers, when you're going through the gaming space, always stop by Saturn, because when you do, Saturn is best.